Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? It's your one furry boy, Neva, and you're watching The Never Show. Yes, the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget, and the only show with a supernatural, super awesome third eye. I mean, why ask why? Why wouldn't you want a third eye? And it is Wednesday again, my friends. Yes, and that means we review the movies here. So let's get right into that. And today's movie is Peter Rabbit. It is a PG movie. It should be a PG-13 movie. Most definitely. You'll understand as we get further into the review. It is an hour and 35 minutes. It's not that long, and it's not super, ADDing for me. Although, for this being an adaptation of Beatrix Potter classic tale of Peter Rabbit, it's not. Will Gluck as the director, along with co-writer Rob Lieber, based on, Beatrix Potter's book from 1902, which, geez. Let's run down the cast. James Corden as Peter Rabbit, Faisal Bazal as Mr. Toad, Domhnall Gleeson as Jeremy Fisher and Mr. Thomas McGregor, Shia as Mr. Twiggly Wiggly. Jeez, I hate these names. Colin Moody as Benjamin Bunny. Sam Nell as old Mr. McGregor and Tommy Brock, which I don't know who these people are half the time. Margaret Robbie as Flopsy and the voice of the narrator. Elizabeth Delbeck, I believe, Delbick. Terrible with names. As the voice of Mopsy. Daisy Ridley as Cottontail. Rose Blind as Bee. Gemra the Puddle Duck, Christian Gazal as Felix Deer, Edwin LaSalle as Ping Bloodland. I'm going to skip over some of these. Production companies were 2.0 Entertainment, Animal Logic Entertainment, Animal Logic, Columbia Pictures, Olive Bridge Entertainment, Screen Australia, Screen NSW, Sony Pictures Animation, Sony Pictures, and Sony Pictures Entertainment, who was also our distributor here in the good old United States of America. Okay, I'm not going to cover the special effects because there is a ton, plus the soundtrack, which is one of the few things that I did enjoy in this movie. My gosh. Where do we start? Let's just start out with Beatrix Potter, who should be right now rotating at a high RPM in her grave over this movie. If you're from Surrey or Lancaster in the United Kingdom, you should be offended. They have taken the classic Peter Rabbit, a tale of childish thievery and remorse, to almost full-on murder. I mean, for gosh sakes, this thing was dark. And for children, this was way too dark for a PG movie. Just to be honest, with a rabbit this smarmy and this vicious, I was really shocked that this was a PG movie. It is a 6.3 on IMDb and a 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I feel that this should be way lower. Robert Lieber and Will Gluck should be ashamed of themselves for putting this out for children as a PG movie, and the Academy should be really rethinking what PG is when, you know, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail are so dark that I'm worried that like kids are going to hurt themselves thinking it's okay. And James Corden should be ashamed of himself. Peter Rabbit. This Peter Rabbit was so preachy, so smarmy, and so dark that you question. Wouldn't you question this as a performer? Going, wait, what? Should we be saying this? Little kids are going to watch this. I can't wait to see what CinemaSins thinks of this. I literally see the blood in the water, and I await Jeremy's sinning of this movie. I literally can't wait. Jeremy, if you're watching this now, begin the sinning. I just don't really like this. It felt horrible. I felt bad for watching this. I felt bad for... I was like... Mr. McGregor, old Mr. McGregor, Sam Nell, falling down and dying was so sad. And I'm like, this is a thing from my childhood. And you corrupted my childhood. Will Gluck, I am super, super unhappy about this. I actually went out, got my little photocopied version of Peter Rabbit that I got when I was maybe 12 or 13. And I mean, I remember going to the, library, which at that time, the photocopier was about the size of a room, and going there and photocopying each page individually, which must have cost me like between $10 and $15. And I read through this, and it was so beautiful. And Peter was remorseful that he got caught and felt bad. He also got sick from being inside a watering can and getting wet, whereas this Peter Rabbit did not get sick. He blew up the burrow, and then by only sheer means of remorse did he get new Mr. McGregor and neighbor lady together. Sorry for the spoiler, but, you know, are you really going to watch this? I mean, this is very adult. For me, I'm just saying, even, you know, I don't think you're going to take your kids to this. I'm going to pass on a TV watch, most definitely not a DVD buy. And I do not want to see this in the movie theaters again. Will Gluck, you monster. Just saying. So if you like what you see in here, make sure you click that like button, even though it means nothing. It's just going to give me a big kitty head. And do I really need a bigger kitty head right now? Remember, all comments are 100% guaranteed response. Tell me your realities, your fan fictions, your tales of ennui, your tales of yay, your tales of awesome, anything you want. Tell me whatever you want. Be brutal, be honest, spill your guts. I can handle it. Remember, no links, please. We've had a little problem with that again. And if you want to keep it private, make sure you put the hashtag private in front of it. I will respond to you. It just will not get posted to the video. And you know I have to ask, this is YouTube in 2018. We need your help, as always. Your donations are what's keeping the channel afloat. Please make sure to hit us up on Patreon or our Amazon wishlist if you feel comfortable. Each has its drawbacks and its things. Make sure that you put your contact information in so we can shout you out, because thank you, anonymous donor, doesn't really help, you know. And if you like what you see in here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon.
Ding.
And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye.